Good afternoon, everyone. This is Carliss in the studio with Carliss. And today I have another downtown St. Cloud business owner joining us today. We have Ms. Laura Figueroa
Yes, that's
from
me.
Cakes, Pastries and More. So, Laura, first of all, thank you for joining us today on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to our listeners that may not know who you are?
Okay. Hi, I'm Laura Figueroa, the owner, pastry chef, cake designer of the brand behind, the woman behind Cake, Pastries and More. Cake, Pastries and More is your bake house, bake shop in the heart of downtown St. Cloud. We are located in the first floor of Hunter Arms Hotel here in downtown, 1037 New York Avenue. So you need to call for any baked goods that you need.
Excellent. And she is absolutely correct for any baked goods that you need. Laura does amazing work. She has an amazing staff, and I have used her bakery multiple times for many things, last minute, in advance, and she always comes through. The product is amazing. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you to go stop by Laura's shop. She has amazing items in her shop, and we'll get into it as we go through our question and answer period. And again, the purpose of this podcast is just so you'll get to know the person behind the brand, kind of give you an additional look, just get some additional information that you may or may not know about all of our guests. So, Laura, with that being said, I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Okay, I'm going to do my best.
All right. Okay, the first questions. What inspired you to open your coffee shop and how did it all begin?
This is every story behind everything is unique. Mine is unique. I was married with my husband, who was disabled veteran. All the incomes in my house came from his disability, VA, disability, Social Security, and I was appointed as his caregiver. So we doesn't need to have the necessity to go out to work. But I was raising 3 daughters. It's no way that my daughters will learn that the money came home while we are doing nothing. So I need to teach them the value of work. And that's why I turned my hobby, my passion in baking, until my bakery like 13, 14 years ago.
Wow.
After that, I started like baking maybe 5 cakes per year. That turned 5 to 10 per week. So we need to move the bakery out of the house.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So you turned your passion, your hobby, into a business. I think that's so important because God gives us all gifts and talents. It's just how we utilize them. But Laura, it's amazing that you stepped out on faith, stepped out with your passion and to where you are today. Okay. That's really, 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 it's really inspirational. That's a great takeaway. My next question, Laura, how did you come up with the name and the overall vibe for your shop?
That question is perfect in the point. Okay. The name was so basic. I never intended to have a business. I was a business owner back in Puerto Rico. Was so stressful. That's why I turned to do the hobby as a baker. I didn't intend to have my business. So we just put for social media in that time, cakes, pastries, and more because that's what I love to do. I love to decorate not only cakes, decorate everything that related to events. But now everything changed and we are next to rebrand because now everything raw is a meaning behind it. And I have running two different brands in this moment. No, I need to put everything together and it's just the perfect timing. I'm just waiting 2 or 3 little details to launch the new name.
Excellent, excellent. So again, I like this theme of growth. You step out on faith, and the word said, God will bless you with a little to see if you can handle it. And the more that He realizes you can handle, the more He will bless you to an abundance. So, Lord, you're living proof of walking in God's words. Awesome. Um, Next question: what makes your coffee shop unique compared to the big brands chains like Starbucks and?
Because all of that. I'm not a change brand. Everything is custom made in my shop. Even our roast blends of our coffee. What is different is us. Is our mission, is our vision. Everyone is like family. My employees are a family. If you step in, you can, I don't know how many times customer ask my employees, this is your mom's job? Is this your mom? So it's beautiful. My customers, my regular customer, you came one time and you want to be a regular because everything is custom made. If the product, I can have a million ideas. When we try it, it's not good, it's not go out. So it's not going to be on the menu. But every product that is in there is made with love, with purpose. Our mission to help the community and be present is the key.
Wow. Wow. That's powerful. Very, very powerful. Wow. All right, Laura, the next question. What's your signature drink and what makes it special?
My God, that's so hard because we have refrigerators, we have coffees, hot coffees, cold coffees. The most okay, at the beginning when we were planning the shop, I asked my all my families, my daughters, my husband, okay, make the combination, make your dream drink. And that's our signature. After that, my employees start doing it, but it's one that is over the top since the very beginning is Sweet Nation is a sweet latte, iced latte made with raw sugar, vanilla syrup, oat milk, and our specialty coffee.
Wow. Okay.
The
So
second one is one from one former employees. She's not here anymore, but the drinks, yes, it is.
excellent. Excellent. That's excellent. And I like that. I like the personal side of it. And I like
Mhm.
there's some meaning behind the different items that you carry at the shop. So that's excellent. How do you create a welcoming atmosphere that keeps customers coming back? And I think you alluded to it a little bit earlier, but I want you to readdress that again.
I'm the kind of person that live behind the idea to be the person I want to have in my life. I'm the teacher that I wish I had in my times. I'm the employer that I wish I was the first employer that I had. I'm the mom, so that's the key. That's the difference.
Wow. I mean, that's powerful. That
Mhm.
is powerful. So you're all the things that you wish you had in your life.
I try my life. I
Wow.
try my heart to be that person.
That's awesome, Laura. And knowing you, you exhibit that every day. You do exhibit that. So that's awesome. All right. What roles does community play in your business and how do you stay connected locally?
The community is everything because I'm not be there. I'm not being growing if I don't have the support of my community. As in the very beginning, when we start pushing out the bakery from my house, I start doing a vendors, pop markets. St. Cloud, downtown St. Cloud was one of the first ones. I'm Hispanic. I'm from Puerto Rico. My husband was a black skin. So we are a combined family. My dad in Puerto Rico was skeptical or worried, like, Laura, but San Cloud is a lot of Americans, anglosajones. I'm sorry, I don't know the word, but Americans. And are they going to support you? 100%. I have no doubt. And it is beautiful, the kind of support. So every time that someone came to my shop asking for any kind of help, not always I have the money or the capacity, but I am a resource. I can go there. I can teach. I can support. I can be an example. They can come here. It's a lot of ways that you can show to the community. Doesn't matter what.
Right. That's an excellent answer, Laura. But I want to also comment on your staff. The young kids that you have in your staff, I think they represent you very well. And I think that's a part of community also, because I think you see some in each one of those young employees and you bring them in and you embrace them like a mom. So kind
Mhm.
of talk about your employees
Yes.
because that's big about the
Is
community.
when I was a teenager, I always said, I'm going to be the mom for all my kids. Everyone around me, I'm going to be the safe space for them since I was maybe 14, 15 years. So at this time, my daughters are 27, 20. The little one is turning 16 soon. He's the photographer of that. Idea is to embrace them, to help them to be the better leaders, better person that they can be. A lot of people always talk bad about the new generations that they don't want to work, they don't want to go out to work, they want to be influencers, and not all of them. My husband passed away last year, and my shop was open every single day because my young employees. I'm
Awesome.
talking 17, 18, 20 years. So if they can do that for an employer, that means a lot. Yes, if you push them, you train them, and you gave them the opportunity, there's no limit.
Right. And Laura, I think that's what you just said. Training them, teaching them, embracing them. But it also shows that they have respect for you. And that's so important. They respect you, but they also respect the brand. And they're excited to be a part of what you're doing. So that speaks volumes to you.
That's a blessing.
Yes, it is. All right. How has social media and word of mouth impacted your growth?
Okay, the word of mouth has been insane since the very beginning. Because I'm not an influencer, I'm not a huge part of the social medias. The reviews, the word of mouth recommendations for my customers means a lot. Social media. I have a young staff there, and they love TikTok. They love Instagram. They love. They are like, oh my god, I'm being paying to do videos. Thanks God, that's a good thing because I'm lacking of that. So I'm in another route. Social media is huge. So if you see this and you can share and you can follow me, cakepastriesandmore.com for now. Later is gonna be another one.
I like that, Laura. I like that. I like to think about growth. Growth is just so important. And I don't think we should be in the same place this year as we were at the same place at this time last year. So I think we should have a strategic plan that moves us forward and a growth plan. All right, Laura, what advice would you give someone who wants to open their own coffee shop?
Go and dream. Plan, look for mentors, look inspirations, look what is your vision, what is your mission, what are your boundaries, what are you want to create, what you want for the customer to experience what they're in your shop. Prepare yourself for to be the best person behind the brand. Study, educate yourself. It's not only I am doing cakes for more than 25 years, but it's not only being an expert of dominate my sugar, my fondant, my decoration skills. You need to know what is the market, what is your person, your customer, which coffee blends you're gonna use. It's a lot, but everyone can handle. If God put that thinking on your heart, go and do it.
Excellent. And there's an old saying, if God gives you the vision, he will give you the provision to carry it through. All the things that you said, Laura, I think is so important. And basically you're saying, even though you've been a cake business for and been in the cake business for over 25 years, you still study. You're not content.
Yeah.
You're still looking to learn and educate. I think that's huge. Okay, Laura, this has been an amazing interview. And the last thing I want to let you give an opportunity is just let the audience know where they can find you. And I think you said it again on your social medias. Just share all your social medias. Also share your store address again for the ones that may have joined late.
Yes. Laura Figueroa, owner of Cakes, Pastries and More. We are located in New York Avenue, 1037, downtown St. Cloud. And in social media, can be TikTok, can be Instagram, can be all of them. Facebook, Cakes, Pastries and More.com. Cakes, Pastries and More. Even the website is the same name. I don't know hashtag, no, nothing. It's basic like that.
All right. And that's for now.
Uh-huh.
Soon
But the other domains is already covered too. It's protected.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Laura, this has been very informative. And I know we talked earlier prior to going live, you were talking about your accent. But one thing I really celebrate you for doing is don't let language be a barrier or a stopper.
If this interview is in Spanish, everything is different, but English is my second language. In Puerto Rico, they teach you English in school every year, but they teach you to say Saturday. That's not the English that we need to learn, but it's better than nothing. I don't like to hear myself. In English, no, I thinking I'm okay. I'm great with English until I hear myself. But that doesn't stop me. I can give education, training, seminars to American people that doesn't know any Spanish, and I can do it. I'm here.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite saying when we go to all networking? What's your favorite saying? You're what?
I'm your bake lady. If you need me, any baked goods, I'm your lady.
All
I'm
right.
here for you.
All right, Laura. Well, I definitely appreciate it. Our social media fans, I hope you enjoyed this and look forward to more episodes as we bring in more downtown business owners. And I want to thank you again for the opportunity to come in front of you and share this information about Laura. Her spot is an amazing location, and I highly recommend if you're in the St. Cloud area to stop by. And again, I always say, who knows? One day you could be in the studio with Carlos. Thank you and have a great day.